Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode. In last episode we got our first car in the brand new RLS career mode, and realistically we made it a track monster, and as you can see here it goes pretty well. Now, next plan of action for today is we're actually going on a bit of an adventure. We're gonna go to the ever famous Nordschleife, which is a track in Germany where we can actually put this car to its paces. So let's get in it and see what we need to do before we go on our trip. So here she is, absolutely stunning little thing. I've fallen in love with this car, I am not going to lie, but as you can probably tell, we need to do some things still. So it still has like the normal seats and whatnot, and I mean the normal dash, all of that fun stuff. We kind of need to, you know, make this car a little bit more track ready. I mean, it's fast, it's good for the track right now, but the regulations need to be met. So I am going to quickly do that and walk you through it. And we're going to start here. So I want the race dashboard. It is super expensive, unfortunately, but I do believe it's necessary, even though it doesn't actually change anything. That's worrying. Next up is going to be a racing seat. We're going to need a harness, so a racing seat is an absolute must. Next up is safety. Safety is a really big thing, especially if you're at a track. So a roll cage is definitely going to be necessary. So we're going to add that to the list. And then last but not least, we need some brakes. So let's get those bad boys on. We're going to add race brakes to the rear because I think we already have them on the front. Let me just quickly check that. Yep, we already have the race front brakes. So other than that, I think we're pretty much good. Now, I would like to put a livery on this, but I don't really know how expensive it is. Let me quickly have a look. Touring car livery. Okay, that's not too bad. $2,000? I think I'm gonna go for this one too. It's a little bit better. So 16 grand, we have all of the safety, and we have a cool little livery. We do need to paint it, however, so let me just what should we do? Maybe like a nice yellow or something? Or like a fire orange? I think a yellow would go pretty well. Then make this paint a white or something. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. This gives me very Need for Speed vibes. So let's purchase that paint. And I think we are ready to go to the track. So here we are at the ever infamous Nordschleife. We were just parked up. We got here not too long ago, but I want to get straight into the lap as this is gonna be a long one, especially if we mess up. Now, passing the Devil's Diner right here, very famous food place at the Nordschleife. We come up to where we put in our ticket, and the gate should open. Beautiful. And now we just set off. So straight out of the tourist area, you are met with one of the longest straights as somebody is literally coming in backwards. Beautiful stuff. So as I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted, we are coming through one of the longest straights in any track in the world. I do believe this is like a 3-kilometer long straight. It's absolutely ridiculous. But as soon as you come to the end, you're met with a really hard braking zone, and now you can mess up quite a lot here and lose a ton of time. Now, I don't think I am the best driver in the world, but I like to think that I know this track pretty well. So coming up to the Schmidt corner, or Schmidt curve, may she rest in peace, one of the legendary drivers of the Nürburgring. And then one of my favorite corners is right here. You can usually stay pretty flat as we go through there at 110 miles an hour. Now this first sector is a very like demanding sector, both on your car and on your skill too, because it's just full of curves. You have to decide to take the correct curves as well. You can't just take every single curve, as they will mess up your car rather quickly, as we can get a ton of oversteer or understeer, sorry, into one of the final corners. Now after that, you come past this little bridge and up to one of the many jumps of this track. Now many of you may remember that jump as one of the ones that actually made Nissan GT-R go airborne. You may have seen that in the movie Gran Turismo. And it actually hit a spectator, and I'm pretty sure ended up messing them up pretty badly to the point where they may have been unalive. Now, up to this section here, usually in a faster car, you may need to like let off, maybe brake a little bit. Oh, as we almost lose the rear end as it gets up in the air. But that section there can be pretty dangerous if you have a fast car. Now, down to one of my favorite sections of the track leading up to Foxhole is this massive downhill section. Now, this is maybe, depending on your car, one of the fastest areas of the track. And in real life now, you can't actually take that curve that I just took because they have made it super tall. And if you take that, you probably will crash. Now, past one of the very famous YouTube chicanes. Lots of YouTube videos are filmed there as people like to drift around that section of the track, which is, by the way, very illegal considering this is actually a toll road. It is it's basically a highway with corners. It's super weird how it works, but yeah. So over here, you kind of want to take a really late chicane. We kind of missed it there thanks to understeer, but you know, we made it work somewhat. Very high G-force area through there. If you don't have downforce, that is a very scary area to lose your car. And then down to one of the slowest parts of the track. A lot of the times you'll be going around 80 kilometers through there. Not many cars can do it much faster. And then you go through the bridge of Adenu, which is a little village within the Nordschleife that has some really good pizza. And according to Misha and Jimmy, some very good tiramisu. Now we are leading up to the very demanding uphill on your car. Not a lot of cars can do this. If you have under like 300 horsepower, you're not gonna get very fast through this section of the track, as I think you go up a little bit over 300 meters, which is quite a lot. But as you can see here, we are struggling to hit 120 miles an hour. I know we have a lot of aero going on in our car, but that should be no excuse at all to but yeah, it's extremely slow. If we shift up, we're actually gonna go slower, so I'm gonna keep it in the power band as we are right now. Since we're going pretty slow, I'm pretty sure I can just go full throttle through there. Yep, not a problem. And then this corner here is actually where a YouTuber, Danny DC2, actually crashed his Integra. The rear fuel tank straps were rusty and disconnected, and the velocity of the tank falling out made its rear end absolutely fly. Now we're coming up to the very famous corkscrew. This is one of the most infamous corners of this track, and rightfully so, considering, you know, the way it is shaped. Many cars will die there if you are not careful. But we are a little bit over halfway, I think quite a lot over halfway actually, of this track. Now this is one of the best parts of the track, I think anyway, because of just the flow it gives out, really. Now I really did not need to brake there, but I'm gonna brake a tiny bit just so we can make the curbs. There we go, beautiful stuff, as the car hops around a tiny bit. Now this is very blind, but it's also a lot of fun. We have a bit of a cambered area here that will push our car into where we need it to go. And then we're coming up to the YouTube corner. So this is the infamous YouTube corner. The real one this time, not the chicane one, where tons of people crash because that corner is very deceptive. Take the curb a little bit through that one. Beautiful stuff. And now we're actually heading down to one of the biggest jumps in the Nordschleife, which I believe is actually being taken out this year, unfortunately. I don't think it caused too many crashes. However, it seems they're taking it out and a lot of people are really upset about it. Oh, a very fast section as we lose the rear end a tiny bit there. Almost make a very massive mistake, critical mistake to almost destroying this car as we have to brake for one of the very last corners in the Nordschleife. So coming up, this is the second corkscrew. It is not as severe as the first one, but it is still pretty taxing on your car if you are not careful. And then we are coming up to one of the final corners. It's a very long right-hander which leads up to that really long straight that I mentioned earlier in the episode. So now, usually in a tourist day, you would just slow down, let your car cool down a little bit, and then go back into the... You would go back into the pits, where we started, by the Devil's Diner. As we drive past it, under the Bilstein Bridge, we will come up to the section we were met with at the beginning of the lap, because the timer is actually up here. So hard braking zone once again. Take a little bit of that curb. There we go. And then a very sharp right-hander. And this should be the lap right there. There we go. 7 minutes and 46 seconds with our career Pessima. Not so bad. That was actually a lot of fun. Now, could I get faster? Absolutely. But I don't think that will be happening in this episode. Maybe in the future, whenever we build a faster car, we will do the same again. But for right now, let's take this car back down to West Coast and see what the next part of this episode is going to be. And here we are back in West Coast after our really fun trip over down to the Nürburgring. Oh my god, you can tell that we're back. The traffic is... wow. Yeah, just wow. But yep, back in West Coast like I mentioned, and I loved it. It was such a good time, and this car handled beautifully. Now, next thing that we have to do, or that I want to do, is some more of those time trials, because I really want to unlock the next ones, because they start getting a lot of fun. So we really have to do those, and we're actually quite close to them. They're literally right down there. So let me go over and start one really quick. And of course, as always, if you are enjoying these episodes and want to see more, please throw down a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. I think that 75% of the people that watch me are currently not subscribed, so that would mean a lot if you could subscribe. But we are here now, and let's just get straight into it. Now, I kind of want to do my car for this, but I don't... oh, I guess we can, but it feels a bit cheaty. Complete the trial with 0 penalties. Complete a lap under 34 seconds. Let's take a break from our car. Let's keep going with the schedule using the COVID and see kind of what we can do. Now, I think that this one is an automatic. No, we're in a manual again. Huge. That's really good. I was really worried that it was going to be an automatic. Last time I'd done these in one of our live streams, it ended up being an automatic and it was god awful, let me tell you. But back in the COVID, now I know that a lot of people want to see me build one of these, and I might. I'm actually very tempted to, because I love the platform. It's a lot of fun. But I don't really know what I would build it for, at least not right now. I'm thinking maybe when the RLS races come back out, whenever they're fixed, that maybe we build one of these for the beginning challenges, the factory stock and the factory custom. But I'm not 100% certain yet, so I guess we'll see. But if you would like to see that, I guess, let me know down in the comments. But we have a lot to get through before we get to that point. Here we go, we're on to our final lap, and the understeer is real with this car. I thought my Pessima was bad, but this thing is just on a whole nother level. You can't accelerate at any point without this car just wanting to go into a curb or into a wall or anything like that. It's not amazing. It really is not. But here we go. Final corner. It is now nighttime, it seems, and across the line. Finished. Beautiful. Let's see. Did I finish all of it? I did. Oh, with time to spare. Look at that. 6 seconds faster than the time we needed. And then it looks like we've unlocked speed and precision. So I'm gonna go do that one too, I think. So here it is, speed and precision. We're in the same place. And yep, COVID again. Okay, let's give it a go. This is like the freest money in the game right now. It's amazing. Oh, okay, a nice blue one this time instead of the red. Nice. Manual again, we love that. Now I do think the lights are currently on, so the frames are definitely something left to be desired. I think I'm getting like 40 FPS right now, and I've got a decent computer too, so that's really saying something. But this seems a lot faster than the other ones. Not the car, but the track. A little bit of a brake. It just does not want to do anything. Let me just pull the handbrake as an assist. Here we go, though. Now, this in a faster car would be a lot of fun, and I think I am going to do it in a future episode where we just bring our cars and see what kind of times we can beat. Maybe here soon, that could be a lot of fun. Because, I mean, the flow of this track is really fun. I think our Pessima would absolutely love this, providing we don't crash into a curb or something. Hard braking zone again. I'm probably gonna have to pull the handbrake again just to rotate the car a tiny bit more. More curb as the sun sets right in our eyes. I can't see nothing. That's incredible. Cross the line for our final lap now. Let me see if we can actually get this car to rotate here. Flip the curb on the inside a tiny bit. There we go. It is officially nighttime now, and we are on the final corner of this time trial. Painfully slow corners, let me tell you. And across the line now. Beautiful. Let's see how much money we actually got from that. I think we beat it. We beat everything. Yep, perfect. And we've unlocked knowledge to speed, but we've also got 4 grand from that. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. But there we go. And I think that's going to be the end of the episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed our little trip. I know I did. It was a lot of fun. And frankly, I think I'm going to go there more often in the future. But for now, please like, please subscribe, and I hope you have great holidays. Peace.